If you're thinking about quitting Daygame due to the economic stress and inflation, then watch this video till the end, as I will tell you why you think that and what is the solution that will get you back on track to get you laid. Hey, did you know that people are losing their minds because of the winner and loser effect? It means the more you win, the more testosterone you get for a reward in your system. The more you lose, the more cortisol you get. That's a stress hormone. It is lowering people's self-esteem and raising their ego, causing them to be very delusional. Then they make nonstop excuses because they are not meeting their Maslow chart of human needs. For the basic physiological needs, for the 7 stages of grief, they'll go through the stages of depression. That's a big problem. A lot of people are quitting. If I ask you today on YouTube, why are you not training with me? And 100% of the people that voted, they all said they quit Daygame. Although that was only 5 people. Thank you for responding. That's why I made this video. Stick around, watch it till the very end. If you really think about quitting, you shouldn't. I know it sounds crazy because we're so used to hearing it's all about focusing more on your job. And while that's very important, I'm going to share with you 3 insights with you today that's going to revolutionize the way that you can solve all these problems with my course called Elite Focus for Daygamers. That's right. If you actually look at the description in the link, you actually find a link to my course. Elite Focus for Daygamers. Over there, you will be able to watch it and get over these problems. So just look at the description and you'll find the course in there, because that's the solution. I am John Elite. I'm the world's best Daygame coach who has 617 laid pod testimonials for Daygame. 617 right now. Seriously, that's more than everybody else in the world combined. So what is Elite Focus for Daygamers as a solution? It is a course that helps you with all these issues, especially with budgeting, high income skills, food cost management, so you can afford my Daygame courses without excuses and without quitting. It is a free course for Daygamers. And I created this course in 2023, actually. I removed it because not enough people signed up. So I got rid of it. I wanted to spite you guys, and I think I did the wrong thing. That was a big mistake because people need it that badly. For 6 months, I took the course down. But there's a link now, even though it doesn't have the proper address anymore. It doesn't say JE social/focus or Elite Focus anymore. Right now, it just says whatever, John Doe 7/4, whatever, system IO, whatever. But you still have a link. I did not delete it. I thought I deleted the course because I was so angry. But you need this course, and I'm going to explain why. What's the problem you're experiencing during this inflation? So it's a free course for Daygamers that I created and I removed because not enough people signed up. I was very offended. I was like, these guys have no idea. Fuck these people. But that was the wrong mentality to have because the biggest issue they have right now is ADHD, attention deficit hyperactive disorder. And it gets even worse during the inflation. So I'm going to share with you 3 insights about why this course helps you with all these issues, especially with budgeting, with high income skills, food cost management. Even for today, to manage my food cost, I actually just had Soylent. I had this drink where I can replace an entire meal, which is great. I also made my own bread too, which is surprising. I found all these workarounds, and you can even go to Costco for very cheap if you could learn it from Elite Focus and just go right to the back section and grab the $5 rotisserie chicken. And you can have all the free samples you want. Like, I know all the tricks to really make this work. It's not about resources, it's about resourcefulness. You have to be resourceful. And that's the problem. A lot of people say, oh, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. So regardless, this course helps you with these issues, especially with budgeting and high income skills, food cost management, so you can afford my Daygame courses without excuses. And you can learn how to get your food costs in order and budget. Your money, problems can be fixed if you learn high income skills, which is part of Elite Focus. It is in the description. It is in the link there. I'm also going to pin it to the comments later on. So that way you can afford my coaching and raise your self-esteem. So you don't make as many excuses. And trust me, I heard a student of mine from Hong Kong making a lot of excuses. Every single suggestion that I tried to tell him, he just kept making one excuse after another, over and over. It's like they stacked 5 excuses over and over. And that's not what you want. And I know what you're probably thinking. You should go in mass approach and act like a total zombie and give direct compliments. Ah, you're cute. I want to come by and say hi. Oh, wow. I find you attractive. You look nice. I want to come by and say hi. And you want to play a huge numbers game, which does not work because I'm the only one posting 2023 and 2024 Daygame lay testimonials. People are posting some old shit or they don't have it at all. But then again, I'm going to show you a great way how you can afford my coaching just by signing up to my Elite Focus for Day Gamers, my free course that helps you out for this issue and get amazing results. So the first insight, most of you are actually ADHD. That's right. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, ADHD. It's usually mild, moderate, or severe. So for you guys, a lot of my students have very severe ADHD, and it makes it very hard to focus. And that's a big problem because with ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, what happens is you're not good at anything. So you start to feel like you're losing. When you start to think you're losing or something, you start to take shortcuts. When you take shortcuts, stuff like that, you start to half-ass things. And your self-esteem, because you're not good at what you do, will go down. And your ego will go up. And that creates the 4 traits of delusions. That's the problem with ADHD. It is a delusion-induced thing, especially with the binflation. And I cannot say that because I'll be shadow banned. But if I keep saying binflation, that's what's happening. The world's like that. The world's kind of fucked because they want to crash the dollar. And right now they want to introduce a CBDC, central bank digital currency. So that way they can track everything that you fucking do. But they have to crash the dollar. They have to put a recession here. I believe a recession will happen. So let's look at Elite Focus. Look at my phone. I can fold it. Woo! Look at that. Okay, enough of fucking around. Okay, so basically, this is what's happening, okay? So number 1, ADHD. There's 4 traits of low self-esteem over here, okay? After the low self-esteem, it affects your Maslow chart of human needs over here. This is your basic human needs. Yeah, but I want to talk about this because you won't get white girls if you cannot focus. So number 1, if you look at this Maslow chart of human needs, because it's all related to my Daygame system, you see over here, the arrow science. I'm going to explain how all this fits together. Then you can talk about white girls all you want because it's 100% related to Daygame. So according to this chart over here, I put the Maslow chart of human needs over here and the 7 stages of grief over here. So what the hell is going on with people's minds recently? Why are they quitting Daygame? Because I put it to a vote. Number 1, when you look at physiological needs, the very bottom over here, what's happening is that people are not meeting their human needs. Breathing, food, water, sex, sleep, homeostasis, which means temperature control, and excretion, which means taking a big giant fucking shit. So physiological needs, that's the bottom, right? You see that? And that's part of the arrow science. So because of that, And the second part that fucks you up is the 7 stages of grief. We all heard of that. When somebody dies or you go through setbacks, you're going to experience a lot of grief. When there's an inflation, you're not meeting your human needs. It's going to fuck up your 7 stages of grief over here. You can see it. Number 1, you go in shock. You're like, fuck, there's inflation. Oh shit, there's another crisis happening. Oh shit, something else is happening. And then you go in denial. You're like, oh, it's not so bad. You tell yourself it's not so bad. After that, you get angry at the situation. Oh, look at the food cost. It costs $20 for a fucking jam on Amazon in Canada. Bread is $6? What in the fucking... Like, how the fuck is bread $6? But it is. That's the inflation. Then you get angry about it, okay? You get very pissed off. Why is this happening to you? And the first thing, like Japan, you start to look at the food cost and it raises your cortisol because of the winner and loser effect. Then you go to bargaining stage. You're like, oh, it's not so bad. I can afford $6 bread. Oh, rent's $2,100 in Vancouver now. Oh, it's okay. The inflation will go away. The recession will go away eventually. It's complete bullshit. It will not go away. We're going to have a soft landing, and then afterwards, a big recession is going to hit. Either later this year or next year. That's my predictions. And have you noticed, all my predictions have all been accurate. Every single one. I hate to tell you, but I'm going to make a prediction. I make 2. It's possible Biden might win again. You might think, oh, Trump's gonna... No, I hate to say it, but he might win and the economy's going to be worse. Because I studied a person called Alan Litchison or something, and this guy predicted every election because he had the system like my 20L35. He has 13 keys, algorithms, and he says unless these things happen and they switch the keys, he's gonna win. Polls don't matter. So you gotta prepare for anything. And then over here, as you go down, you get stuck into depression stage. Over here, depression. And you're like, oh fuck. Nobody has ever passed the depression stage because of the economic stress. Because everyone's cortisol is going through the roof. When we look at the winner and loser effect, how it affects hormones, what basically is happening is that every single time you win, for example, every single time a student of mine gets laid, and you've been seeing it nonstop, I get more testosterone, I get more aggressive. I start to troll people and I tell everyone they fucking suck. As a day game coach, everyone thinks they're a god. Everyone thinks they're the best. You divide their fucking late testimonials versus mine. One guy may have 37. I have 16 fucking times more. 16 times more, man. Fuck boot camps. You don't need boot camps. And when I make fun of boot camps, people are losing their fucking minds. You know why? Because they're like, oh, John, boot camps are our last hope. Our last plan B. Oh shit, it's our plan B if we can't do this. No, you fucking don't go to boot camps right now, wasting your fucking money. You train with Elite Bundle 2, but first start with Elite Focus. It's in my description. Sign up today because you understand? If you don't sign up, you gotta go through the 7 stages of grief. Your human needs are not being met because the second need is the safety, security of employment. You don't have that. Of resources, of morality, of family, of health, of property. You don't have that. You can barely afford to pay for your fucking rent. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck is it $2,100 averagely in Vancouver for rent? That's fucking, what is this, New York or something? Fuck that. Time to move eventually. If Trump does not win. No, I was joking. But anyways, as I was saying, this is what happens for the arrow science. And this is where it comes back to Daygame. Because of these things, the arrow always misses. You cannot aim the arrow in practice. Your social skills, social calibrations, emotional control. You can't practice this. And of course, you got maneuver, sexualizing it to the max, and objections looping. But you can't do all this stuff because you can't focus. And women will give a lot more objections these days. They give 5 objections. 3 to 5 in a row. I'm not a slut. I don't have sex on the first date. This and that, right? I broke up. They'll just stack that. If you don't know how to deal with it, this is why other dating coaches, they don't know how to deal with it. Therefore, they don't have any fucking late testimonials unless they get her fucking drunk as a skunk illegally, and then they try to escalate her super hard in the bedroom, which is borderline rape. That's what they teach in their boot camps. So you think they got results in their boot camps, but when you look at my white student who got 10 fuck buddies, a 5-son, 2 models, and a model girlfriend, did he need a fucking boot camp 10 fucking times? No. Right now, not really. There's no such thing as 10% stats. When was the last time my students who are leveled up, did all the drills, when was the last time they got a flake? They don't even get flicks. You look at these other guys, they get fucking 4 lays in a row and they're all like model quality. What flakes? Social skills, social calibrations, emotional control, 7.5 points. Looks out of 10, money out of 5, status out of 10. Social skills, social calibrations, emotional control and game, 2.5 each. 20 out of 35. They're all banging women above their looks level, as you see recently. Even with the London student, and another Indian student is now engaged. What the fuck? How is this happening? Without fucking alcohol in the fucking boot camps. Bencho camps. Alright, as I'm continuing. So this is the problem with the arrow science. Is that if you don't have all these things in order, you can't aim the fucking arrow. You won't hit the target over here. You see that? It'll shake. The arm will shake. Therefore, a lot of people are getting very depressed. The arms are shaking. They can't aim. They can't penetrate right into the target like my students. But my students, they practice. They have drills, like that basic training, like social skills, social calibrations, emotional control game. But let's get back on topic here. All right. So the first insight is most of you are ADHD since you're good at nothing unless you're Asperger's. That's right. I have some students that are accountants, engineers, and stuff like that. Very logical people. You might be good at engineer, but one skill. So if you have like high functioning autism and you're good at one skill, but you're completely fucking ADHD, that's bad. Or you're autistic like some of my students. They're so fucking autistic, they're good at nothing. They're not, with their ADHD, they have no fucking skills to their name. They have no private victories. And what happened to their self-esteem? Oh shit, their self-esteem goes down during inflation and their fucking ego goes up. And what happens to them is that they lose their fucking minds. That's right. That's why I talk about the 4 traits of low self-esteem. And that's what happens. They experience the winner and loser effect. You might be wondering, what the fuck is a winner and loser effect? What is a winner and loser effect? How do you win? What does this mean? Like I said, every time you win in life, your body will reward you with testosterone. It'll make you want to do that more. So it's funny, every time you have setbacks and you lose because of ADHD, you get more cortisol. This is why the other students that you see of mine that are fucking lazy, they always have a double chin like this. They're always like skinny fat like this, like a huge fucking double chin, because they're not winning. Almost all of them are skinny fat, but they don't know that they need elite focus to fix this because they need their ADHD under control. This is why a lot of people worship dating coaches. Number 1 is delusional. Your brain scrambles everything I teach you. Even right now, you're only seeing it from your bias and your point of view. Now you get to hear from my mental filter when I correct you. But you're always seeing all my other videos because I wasn't on YouTube Live for a long time. You see it from your own biases. Your brain scrambles everything I teach you and then you hear a different reality. It's like an Apple Vision Pro. You scramble everything. On her face, it'll be scrambled until she likes you and you think so. And then when you listen to her audio, you think, oh, she's totally into me. But in reality, when I hear the audio and you send it to me on WhatsApp when you're a student, guess what happens? Completely fucking delusional. But you can't hear it because your Apple Vision zombie VR delusions. So that's the thing. They cannot hear their mistakes. And then when I say, listen, this is not your audio. This is your cousin speaking. And they're like, oh shit. I say, what's your cousin's name? He said, okay, the name is this. Okay? Dewey or something. And then I say, if this is Dewey's voice and this is his face, and this is your drill. He said, oh my God, I see all the mistakes. How come I couldn't see all the mistakes before? It's because you're delusional. Number 2, you half-ass it. If you feel lazy, you're being affected by self-esteem. You're spam approaching, doing everything halfway. You don't fully level up with Elite 30. You're lazy. Number 3, the wrong path, the sociopath. You start trying to be the expert. You try to do things your way. But it always fails in exactly 4 months, wasting so much time. Whenever I tell you to do something, you don't do it. It always blows up in your fucking face later on in 4 months. Turns out John was right. So that's the thing. If you're autistic, you'll have low self-esteem with the winner-loser effect. And here's the funny thing though. I've been getting students laid nonstop. And I put the dates when they got laid. I'm still winning. But because these people are quitting, the losers are quitting, they need elite focus. Please, I put it to a vote. Why are you guys not training with me? For the last few late testimonials, I've been ignored like crazy. And I couldn't figure out why. But it turns out people are quitting because of all this shit I'm talking about. Now you know. Get Elite Focus is in the description. Just fucking sign up before I make you guys pay for it. I could raise the price to at least $10. Then you actually fucking do it. If I wanted to right now, I can just take down the course. I have the link to it right now. I can take it fucking down if I really wanted to. The big idea here is with low self-esteem, you start to become more delusional. You start to half-ass everything, then your delusions in 4 months will fail. Lastly, you'll burn out and quit Daygame, as I said over there with a screenshot. This is important because I saw this TV show called My 600-Pound Life. I've only saw it on Facebook recently. And I was looking at these fat tub of lard, fat pieces of shit. No offense, I don't want to discriminate against fat fucks and obese people. Fat people with no self-control. Because My 600-Pound Life, these guys kept making excuses. It's just like my other student kept making excuses why he could not follow the plan. I have a plan for all the students. For them, they always start with a mindset playlist to unfuck their mind, especially Latinos. They need it 3 times a week. Latinos have the worst fucking mindset I've ever seen. But this guy's not Latino, he's from Hong Kong. He dated a white girl. He finally fucking went on the first date with a white girl. And afterwards, he lost his fucking mind. So they have to do the mindset playlist, 26 videos, which you'll get for signing up for my same-day late training, the webinar thing. However, because people are quitting like crazy, quitting Daygame, they're not signing up for that. That's why I brought back Elite Focus, so you can be less of a cunt. I'm not sure if you guys have seen My 600-Pound Life, this TV show, okay? Let me see if I can have it. I posted in my Facebook group, my Inner Circle WhatsApp group. I was showing people who this guy was.
Driving, huh? So is that why you missed your last appointment? You just had your bypass about 2 months ago, and when you left the hospital, you were down to 546. So you lost only 9 pounds since then. But Renee has lost almost 50 pounds at the same time, and she hasn't even had her bypass yet. What in the world is going on with you?
I guess I'm eating wrong things.
You think it's funny? You have a gastric bypass.
I had a gastric bypass,
to lose weight.
To lose weight.
And you're not losing weight.
I don't eat a third what I ate before I had that surgery.
Okay. Then
You're asking me questions and I don't understand them more than you understand.
What are you talking
Excuses.
about? You're choosing to overeat and you think it's okay?
No, I don't think it's okay at all.
What is going on?
I guess I'm not eating the right things. I mean,
we gave you the instruction that you need to follow, and you never follow. You play your cards right until you got the surgery. And now you're playing this kind of game, and you think that's okay? How in the world somebody...
I'm playing any game. I throw up constantly. I eat what I can keep down.
That's how it works. You throw up constantly because the surgery forces you to when you overeat now.
Oh, fucking... I can't fucking stand this piece of shit. They're always making fucking excuses, one excuse after another. So a lot of the students, even right now, that I have, they're always making an excuse. It's almost like they're mentally fat. They're not physically fat, although they have a big fucking double chin full of cortisol. You can tell the student when they're full of cortisol and a fucking loser because they're skinny fat. When they're losing so much in life, that's what happens. Cortisol fills your system, winner and loser effect. The more you win, the more testosterone you get, the more leaner, the more stronger you get, the more muscular you get. But for them, they're getting more of that cortisol. But for them, it's different. It's almost like they make so many fucking excuses to the point where they're just mentally imploding. Because Just like this doctor now, I have a workout plan. Mindset playlist number 1. Number 2, work on the 4 drills. 1 for social skills, 1 for social calibration, 1 for emotional control, 1 for game. After that, I have Elite 30 from hard case to hero. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. They apply those 4 things to it, and they automatically get laid. And I used to put a check mark every single time a student. Every single time a student practice one assignment, they send me their delusional take because they have no self-esteem. I score it. If it's good, I give them a check mark, or maybe like a check. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 is the cross. 1, 2, 3. All the old students that got laid early on, this month and last month, all of them have practiced more than 9 times in 14 days. Now they stopped practicing. It's almost like they gained the weight back because they got too many fucking lays. The Italian guy got 4 lays in a row. They're all like stunning quality. They're all 8s and 9 out of 10s. He never got that before. I used to get like fucking 4 out of 10s, and he used to get fucking rejected with direct game. Now that he's getting this high, he just doesn't feel hungry. The Vietnamese student, now he puts his last and makes a bunch of excuses how he's working super hard. The Jewish student, he got laid first and he got a second fuck buddy, and now he doesn't want to approach because he wants to make her his girlfriend. That they're not hungry. And again, there is no warming up. My students just collect the lays because they already drilled down more than 9 times the social skills, social calibrations, emotional control, and game for Elite Bundle 2. They already drilled it down, and they're just practicing every day of Elite 30. It's almost like Muay Thai, kickboxing, right? Boom, right? Boom, right? Boom. That is the punches, elbows, knees, and roundhouse kicks. That's the practice of those 4 drills. Elite 30 is almost like Gracie Combatives, which is 36 techniques but 30-day challenge. So you have a Muay Thai and a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You have those 2 things, and when you leveled up and you practice these drills enough, you automatically get laid. There is no such thing as warm-up. Just go out there and fucking do it. Because with the arrow science, don't you understand? The arrow tip, maneuver sexualized objections looping. That part of the arrow is important to penetrate. You backfill it with social skills, social calibrations, and emotional control, which is the arrow body. Does that make sense? The fashion, the whitewash fashion, because if you're a fuckboy fashion, you're gonna get rejected like crazy. You're gonna go through hundreds of approaches, going direct, getting a woman that's 4 out of 10. But since my students are husband material, you cannot just bench hold and lose your fucking mind and then suffer from the Maslow chart of human needs because you're not meeting your basic human needs. You can't do that. You cannot stay stuck in depression mode. Depression mode is a very bad mode to be because you're ADHD. All right. So it's like the My 600 Pound Life. You guys have seen that TV show now. They make excuses. It's like they're in a hospital to lose weight. And I have this exact workout plan for them. They're not following the plan because they're ADHD zombies. All right, so basically, I just kicked out a guy today. That was from Hong Kong. He dated a white girl. His first one ever. The first date was a pretty white girl. But I still kicked him out. At least for 2 months. Where the fuck is his name? Oh yeah, I changed it. I just put ADHD delusional in his name. He kept making excuses. Please let me go and rest. I'm really sick. What the fuck? When are you gonna get the 5 videos done? I've done this 5 videos. He just keeps making excuses. Before that, it's always, I understand. He just keeps making excuses. He doesn't ever fucking start. Some of the students can't even start this mindset playlist. You get the mindset playlist if you go to the same day late webinar. I need more time to do it. I'll do it tonight and tomorrow I'll get day off. I'm just going backwards. I need time to do it now. I'm working yesterday off the work and go to hospital. I really don't have time to do it tonight. Let's go back even further. I really did get COVID and I'm really sorry. I need to rest. I'm sorry. I will do it tonight. Always lying. I can do, not to reply to your message, but now I'm in morning, whatever. I need to be work. I hope you can understand. He's always trying to dodge the problem. Thank you, John Steen. I have so many problems in my life. I don't want to be excuse. I have financial problems and I'm still living with my father. The money problem was the south of September. Always fucking delays. These things are hard. These things is hard every day. I feel sick from yesterday. But it would look like excuse, so I don't tell you, John. Sorry. But fuck you, man. I believe I should be banned for 30 days. I'm facing several issues. No, I banned for 2 months. So you can see, right, when the students, all right. So like my 600-pound life, all the students, I give them a different score. How heavy are they mentally? If they don't follow my fucking plan, which has got the other students laid, I have a bunch of zombies on this side with low self-esteem. They just make excuses why they cannot control their eating. Just like the bad students keep making excuses why they can't do the fucking mindset playlist. The second insight is due to their delusions. They don't realize that Elite Focus for Day Gamers, if you guys want to sign up for Elite Focus for Day Gamers, it's in the description area, okay? So I click on the description. I put it right over here. So you can see in the description, that blue thing. Just fucking sign up. So that way you don't have any fucking excuses about money. So it doesn't fuck up your arrow science. So you can actually aim your fucking arrow. Because you can't aim the arrow at the target if the fucking thing is shaking. It's not because you practice more skills. If you don't get your fucking Maslow chart of human needs done and your 7 stages of grief, you're going to have a lot of grief in your life. And 5 people today quit Daygame. I was asking, why are you not training with me as I'm posting one Daygame lay testimonial after another? I asked them to please fill out the poll. Okay? And this is the most fucked up thing. I never would have guessed. I was thinking, shit, I'm posting nonstop lay testimonials. Why are they ignoring me? What the fuck is wrong with them? Are they discouraged? Are they going through the loser effect? 5 votes right here. Look at this. All in the same one. They quit Daygame. I put, is it quit Daygame, depressed, inflation, food costs, or worshipping other coaches? They all voted for quitting Daygame. Why are they quitting? Because of this. Everything I'm talking about, all this stuff, is the main reason why they're quitting. The inflation, the high food costs, they're just losing their fucking mind, the winner and loser effect. This is why you need Elite Focus. It's an entire course. If you go through it and you implement everything, you'll solve all your money problems, you'll solve all your focus problems, you'll solve all your time management problems, you'll solve everything. So that way you can save enough money, not make fucking excuses like those my 600-pound life fat fucks, not to discriminate against obese people. I'm not obese. Have some fucking self-control. But they're exactly the same thing metaphorically. They have no self-control. They make excuses. They don't make the progress necessary. Exactly the same. So that's the thing. Due to their delusions, they don't realize that Elite Focus for Day Gamer is a course they should sign up for right now. You should all sign up for right now. That's why I'm pushing this. The main thing to understand here is that they don't know what they don't know. So they think, oh, they can figure out by themselves. They'll find a way out of their money problems. I'll be honest with you. A lot of these Gen Z guys, right? They're always into a fucking 5-figure debt. I've seen Gen Z students have like up to 60K of debt. They're fucking crazy. They're spending like crazy because they believe that they're never going to be able to afford a house anyways. They'll never have a future. So might as well spend it all right now and deal with it later. Rack up the debt. The zombies. You can see how fucking zombie somebody is by how much debt they have. Is it 20,000 zombie? Is it like 10,000? Is it like 30,000 or 60,000? Which level of fucking delusions and zombie are they in self-esteem? You can almost tell the amount of ADHD will equal the amount of debt that they have. Because they cannot control their fucking spending. They spend to make themselves less depressed. Just like the fat fucks, I don't want to discriminate against obese fat fucks or obese people, but they can't stop eating because they're depressed. So they go into a vicious cycle. It's the same thing with these guys. They cannot stop spending money like crazy. And they're like, oh, that's just the way, that's how they sound. That's the way it is. It's just the way it is. Until I look over their financials and I realize, shit, you can actually calibrate and reduce food costs. So for me, I've lost 15 pounds drinking Soylent. You guys have something called Huel, Huel, over there in the United States. I drink Soylent because we cannot get this stuff because they say meal replacements cannot be marketed here. They still have it on Amazon, but it costs $100. Soylent costs $50. I drink it in the morning. I don't feel hungry. I lose a lot of weight. I don't look like a fat fucking piece of shit. I'm down to 145 pounds. I was 160 before. I give them all the solutions and elite focus. If I were you, I would make this a 30-day challenge where I will not move forward until you implement that thing. But they refuse to acknowledge their attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Most of these guys are in massive fucking debt. The more zombie they are, like I said, the more fucking debt they have, the more they need elite focus for day gamers. I know people will struggle with money problems, but I released the course way too early in 2023, before the inflation hits too hard. Because the longer that you have this inflation, it's almost like this 5.0 interest rate. It's the longer you get strangled like this. You get it? At first you're like, no big deal, I can handle this. All right? But what happens if you hold it like this longer? After an extra year, people lose their fucking minds. They're gonna feel like they lose for the winner and loser effect. The winner and loser effect. They're gonna have more cortisol from this year compared to last year. So if somebody travel back from time, from a fucking time machine, they come back in the future, like Marco over there, he'll do even better at Daygame because he didn't have to go through all this cortisol. It's like a memory. The cortisol is like a scorecard of how much you win and how much you lose. So if you have too much fucking cortisol and you become skinny fat in your neck, then that's your scorecard. Women can see it. They don't like traits of Asperger's or skinny fat. Yeah, they really need to clear the debt very quickly because the high interest rates, right? Whatever you owe, you're owing a lot more money due to the 5% interest rates. So even the banks are like begging me to fucking invest in tax-free savings accounts and shit. I don't want to do it. You guys have no money. A lot of you have less than $500 to your fucking name. You're living paycheck to paycheck. 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. That's fucked up, isn't it? 60 fucking percent. What the fuck? If you got fired from your fucking job and you have no savings or some emergency happens, you could be fucking homeless. But America, because I have students in other countries, in third world countries too, but Americans, they can hold a lot of debt. They don't mind ringing up the fucking credit card, but they're not going to let you do that in some other shit third world country to that level. They're not going to let you borrow that much fucking debt. That's the problem with Americans. They have so much fucking debt right now, they're losing their fucking minds. So, that's why you need elite focus. I did release it in 2023. I had the foresight, as you said, my Asian brain. I calculated that most of you will struggle, and now you guys are quitting. But I didn't put the course there for 6 months. I took it down. When I took down the address, www.jestocial.com/elite-focus for JE Social, I thought I lost this course. But it turns out, I still have an address over there. It's still over there. Just a systems.io or whatever the fuck it is. It's still there. I mean, for now, before I take it down, you guys should get into that course, treat it like your life depended on it, go through everything, take notes, implement everything until you put a check mark on it, do a 30-day challenge, get your fucking money in order, come back to me by Elite 30 if that's all you can afford. There is no fucking excuses. No fucking excuses after that. You've been given step by step. When you look at the playlist over here, all these videos that you see, all these recent videos was right after Elite Focus. Most of these are done in 5 hours in a row or 6 hours in one day. Right before I released the videos, all these videos, I released them exactly. I start 5 hours exactly from the time that I uploaded and released it. You're like, what the fuck? You did everything last minute and you can focus that much? Yeah. I put one video out after another. It was crazy. After Elite Focus for that 6 months, just fucking crazy. All the YouTube shorts, I made it myself. I had nobody else on my team doing it. It was a one-man fucking army. All the blog posts, all me. Everything me. All the late testimonials. I taught all of them on the side too. Everything I had to do it myself. Elite Focus works. I'm the living proof that it fucking works. That's a lot of work. In the entire fucking course, I wrote the entire script in one day for Elite Focus. My brain, my Asian brain, as he said, was like that. My Asian brain calculated exactly every video that it needed, exactly what to say in it, And I read it. I wrote the script in one day. I was super tired. I still fucking read it out loud in the inner circle for people to show up. I spend more than 10 hours making that in a row. I'm superhuman sometimes if I really want to be. But you guys can barely do the minimum for the ADHD guys. That's a problem. That's a big problem. So, I'm re-releasing it now. I had a change of heart. Because right now, I'm looking at you guys struggling and you guys want to train with me. But you can't afford it, it seems. And we got to talk about this before you guys all quit. If we don't address the truth and be brutally honest, as he said, if we don't fucking be brutally honest, there will be no fucking future left. It's time to take a stand, guys. Stop fucking around. Get this elite focus in order. I could charge you $5 or $10, and if you want to buy Elite 30, then subsidize that. No, it's free for now. I may one day charge for it. Maybe I charge 10 or 30 bucks, who knows, until you fucking do it. People don't do free stuff. They just treat it like shit. But if I were you, I would treat it like a $30 or $50 course for day gamers to focus. If I were you. Well, sign up right now or afterwards and just not waste time. Bookmark the fucking playlist. You go right into a YouTube playlist. You don't have to put your phone number like the same day late webinar. Just put your fucking email in there. It'll send it to you and you'll be able to watch the course. Just bookmark the playlist. Go through it like a 30-day challenge. And then in 30 days, when you have so much more fucking money, don't waste it on bento camps or boot camps. Obviously, don't be fucking stupid. Remember, boot camps are not your fucking last hope for zombies who have ADHD. So they think, oh, I need a boot camp or I'll quit. John's making fun of boot camps. No, fuck you. I'm just saying there's a different solution called Elite Bundle 2. $900. These students took it. They kept getting laid. Is it not worth it? 4 lays for the Italian. 1 lay for the Vietnamese with a 9 out of 10, Latina. The Jewish student, 2 lays in a row. How the fuck are they doing? Elite Bundle 2. But you can't afford it right now. $900 is probably a lot of money to you guys. Elite 30, $300. That's it. Can't even fucking afford it? Get your fucking elite focus in order. I'm releasing it now. I really do feel bad. I got rid of it. People are struggling. So now that it's back, right? It's back. It's being re-released at the time it needed the most. Yes, I was 6 months ahead of everyone. The future had caught up to my predictions. Turns out my predictions was 100% correct. That means they're losing so much of they're losing so much in life. Their body rewards them with cortisol, stress hormone. Some of my students already lost their fucking minds making excuses. Like my 600-pound life. Like you saw with that guy from Hong Kong. I would imagine it's even worse for the people that are not my students yet. They don't realize that there's a solution that can solve all of their fucking problems. And the third insight I want to share with you guys is that people have lost their fucking minds, man. While they cannot wait to take a boot camp from other coaches worshiping, wasting thousands of dollars. How much does it cost for a 5-day boot camp for other coaches out there when they are teaching you how to use alcohol and escalating her super hard using romantic flirt? How much is it? I'll tell you the price. $800 a day. $5,600. And these fucking sheeps are buying a bottle of fucking champagne in the bedroom, and they are impressionable sheeps. When they do a bunch of romantic flirts that does not fucking work because you don't fit in the boyfriend-girlfriend frame, guess what happens? Get stuck. And the coach teaches them, hey, if you use alcohol, it's going to be a lot easier. And you can escalate, but keep it below the level of grape. Keep it below that level. That's what they'll teach you. But you try to escalate her, you try to push her far, and when she's giving resistance, if she gives too much, back off a little bit and then continue. What the fuck? Use the arrow science. Holy. What kind of fucking sociopathic game is that? Why not just use this, right? Just fucking maneuver her, sexualize it to the maximum, and deal with her objections in her left brain. When you deal with the left brain objections, she's gonna open her fucking legs. They just keep using the right brain by escalating, flirt, escalate, romantic flirts, escalate, romantic flirts, push, pull, romantic flirts. You might be pumping the state, but her left brain is not sold. You don't fucking wrestle it out of her objections when she's drunk. It's illegal. Arrow science solves all the problems. Right here. And part of aeroscience is to get the elite focus in order. Aeroscience is connected. All this stuff is connected to the aeroscience for elite focus. They're the same things. Of course, you got some white coaches that would say, oh, when they were poor before and they're living without whatever anybody and then they get laid a lot. They're talking about night game, 15 out of 35. A bunch of tall white guys. Second of all, day game, they couldn't do it. Third of all, there was no fucking inflation or pandemic or a fucking recession back then. It was different. It's different. And the same day they will not do that, you'll solidify it. But during the week, the more you have sex with them, the more she'll say, oh, what are we? If you want a girlfriend, you say boyfriend and girlfriend. I guess we're boyfriend and girlfriend now. And she's like, oh, okay. Because you switch the frame from husband material or a fuckboy frame. You start with husband material to get her into the bedroom, to deal with the objections, and she'll say yes. This is why my students can get laid in 1 to 6 approaches. If you look at my testimonial, we don't have time to go over all of them. There's too many. I have 16 times more than most dating coaches. I have more than 600 times more than most. And all of them give up. Right? If they're getting laid in 1 to 6 approaches, then the husband material fashion is the only way you can do it. Not fucking romantic flirts and you get stuck and you have to escalate super hard illegally. You're not Andrew Late or Russell Brand. You don't fucking try to wrestle it out of her. That's fucking socio. So basically, as I said, they're losing their mind. They think the boot camp is the only solution. I'm not trying to tell you that, oh no, don't take a boot camp. I'm just trying to save you $5,600. I'm saying you should invest it here because I have a solution. My stuff works. If you look at my Elite 30 sales letter, it's just nothing but student lay pics, non-stop. I can show you right now if I want to. You guys can go to the Elite 30 on my website. Their fucking boot camps, I have way more fucking Elite 30 late testimonials than they have other boot camps. Even if they have 37 late testimonials, that's like a bad month for me. Back then, when like 2017 to 2019 or 2020, I used to get 10 fucking late and poll testimonials a week. 7 students late, 3 student poll. That's like their whole fucking career in a short amount of time. 1 month or 1 month and a half. 7, 14, 21, 28. That's roughly the same. If they have 37, that 1 month and 1 week or something, or one or whatever, close to there. You get the point? They have so few late testimonials. Why worship their boot camps? Have you noticed everybody's trying to sell you boot camps? These mystery method fuckers, they're all trying to sell you boot camps. They're talking about how great they are by helping people into a boot camp. Boot camp. Why is everything a fucking boot camp? So I went to their testimonial page for these old mystery method stuff. I was like, okay, let's see how many students they got laid. That's weird. Nobody got laid. This guy, he enjoyed the boot camp. He praised the coach. He learned about his sticking points. Okay, next guy, this, he did not get laid. Oh, he got a date. Where's the lay? Wait, they have all these students. They're making this much money in the name of fucking mystery method. Where's the lay testimonials? ABCs of Attraction never got a lay testimonial since 2021. What the fuck? What happened in 2022? Let's do the math here. 2020, see, remember, mystery is not the Godfather. I'm the Godfather. I start 2001. Mystery start 2003. I'm the Godfather. All right, as I was saying, ABCs of Attraction. Why they got a student late in 2021 for Daygame, but why not in 2022, 2023, and 2024? Very simple, because that's the inflation. Pandemic is one thing. When you have a fucking inflation, it affects her state of mind, her left brain, her survival value. More objections. They can't fucking deal with it. So therefore, all their testimonials are gone. Old mystery method, their strategy, but for their bullshit, their DHB stories, all this jumping through hoops, all this mystery method stuff, push pulls, that's not working this year. It's not working last year. It's not working the year before. It's all a fucking scam. And they're taking over these forum groups. These fucking misery method, they taken over the forum groups. Have you seen a single student get laid from their forum group? Anybody? Nobody got laid. It's all a scam. In my opinion. I'm not saying this as an absolute fact, but I am saying, what's the definition of a scam? If you're taking their money and you're not getting anything in return for it, is that a scam? Is that being defrauded? I don't know. It's just my opinion. I'm not saying it's a matter of fact, but you guys can see there is no lay testimonials because you submit it like sheeps to the fucking mystery method. And even Justin Wayne, an old Daygamer, some Negro, black guy, for him, his stuff is exactly identical to the mystery method. Same structure, open, attract, comfort, seduce, close. London Daygame, mystery method. Don't you get it? Todd V, mystery method. Oh, because they're brainwashed. Give it a thumbs up if you are not fucking brainwashed by the mystery method. You don't need their shit. Now they have to give away stuff. Free courses. I'm doing the same thing now. I'm bringing it back. But my paid courses actually works. All my courses gets people laid. If their boot camps are the only thing that gets people laid for this mystery method romantic shit, then there's obviously some kind of alcohol crutch. Let's continue. As I was saying, $5,600 and the sheep loves it. They just can't get enough. They just gotta suck off these boot camps. So when I post nonstop Daygame lay testimonials without needing boot camps, just using my 2 courses, Elite 30, Elite Playbook, and Elite Access, consulting for 1 year and 10 Skypes. People are ignoring that. I'm not trying to say, oh no, John's insulting boot camps, you have no more chance. You might as well just give up because your plan B is gone. No, fuck plan B, stick with plan A. Elite 30 or Elite Bundle 2. Plan A, fuck plan B. Burn the bridges behind you, fuck the boot camps. You don't need a boot camp. Oh, but John, I'm not so resilient. No, fuck that, I'll teach you to be resilient. I'll teach you to be tough. My students, the Jewish guy was very afraid to approach. He had the worst cortisol. He has a condition where he cannot take ashwagandha. He had to power through this. He had the most fear, but he still could do it. So you don't need boot camps to have a wingman to stand next to you to tell you this shit. I can fix that for you. Oh, you got approach anxiety or whatever. I can fix that for you. I did that for the Jewish student. Oh no, I need somebody to analyze. I can analyze it for you on Elite Access. Send me your fucking clip, 3 seconds. My Asian brain calculates it. Here's your mistake. 3 seconds. Hear it, blah, blah, blah. This is what you're doing wrong. It always works. Their stuff, their analysis, they're delusional for the other sociopathic dating coaches with their alcohol maxing and their boot camp. It's they're like AMD fucking 10 core processor. 10 traits of a sociopath. They always run those 10 traits. So whenever they have this interpretation about things, how they're analyzing things, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Even their online courses that last for 6 months or 8 months, whatever the fuck it is, they don't get people laid. And if they do get laid, it's because they're playing a numbers game. They're delusional. Without the alcohol crutch, their stuff doesn't fucking work. It's illegal to wrestle with drunk women. It's called sexual assault. I hate to say it, but it's called sexual assault. That's what they're teaching. That's their mindset because they don't feel guilt. So fuck these boot camps. That's the first type of boot camps, the alcohol boot camps. Number 2, it is the mass approaching RSD style boot camps. Number 3, it is the mystery method style tactics mass approach boot camps. Those are the only 3. But guess what? There's a 4th solution. Elite Bundle 2 or Elite 30. But if you can't afford it, get Elite Focus right now. Sign up for Elite Focus. It's like how I showed you earlier, like my 600-pound life. That TV show, when that person starts making excuses and the doctor gives them a workout plan, all the students that got laid follow the workout plan. They had their bypass surgery, gastric bypass surgery. They lost their weight. They got their lays. The ones who don't follow the plans are fat as fuck, mentally speaking. They're mentally fat and obese. And they're making excuses and not losing the weight or not making the progress. So they're all ADHD. I hate to tell you, most day gamers are ADHD. The ones who are more delusional are ADHD. Because they're ADHD, they're good at nothing. Their self-esteem goes down, their ego goes up. The 4 traits of low self-esteem, as I said, delusions, half-assing things, the wrong path, the sociopath fails in 4 months, and burning out and quitting. That's why the 5 people quit from the voting, because they have low self-esteem. That's the problem, the self-esteem. The other ones have more self-esteem, they have more grit. On top of that, the Maslow chart of human needs. Because of the food cost and everything else, living cost, a lot of people are losing their fucking mind. If they're ADHD, they're good at nothing. They have no hobbies they're good at. For me, I at least can cook a little bit, and I'm pretty good at Krav Maga for Israeli martial arts. You know, I have a few hobbies here and there. It's not like I have nothing. Otherwise, I have no self-esteem. You need to be good at a few things. When you have nothing you're good at because you're ADHD, so you need to have ADHD management. If you don't manage your ADHD, you can supplement it away. It's in the Elite Focus course, by the way. So I put this thing to a vote to see what their problems are, and 5 people said they quit Daygame because that's what it is. It's not the fucking food cost. It wasn't the inflation. It wasn't because they're depressed. All those things matter, but it's really because they quit. The reason why they quit is because the West is turning into Japan with the lower birth rates right now. Also, people will be stuck with this. They have almost this Apple-like VR Vision Pro of delusions. Every single time they send me a fucking drill, right, for the 4 skills I'm talking about. All of them have gotten it wrong this time. None of them has been able to pass. Maybe once if they're lucky. But they keep repeating the same fucking mistakes for the ADHD guys. They can't see their mistakes and they're delusional. It's almost like they have the Apple Vision overriding. Whenever they see their own infield, it's like, John, I can't see my mistakes. I'll keep looking at it and tomorrow I'll figure it out. I was like, fuck you, you asshole. And I called him on the phone. I said, listen, you're delusional as fuck. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about, John. I said, listen, zombie. Right? I get on the phone with them. This is my phone that folds in half. Who the fuck makes a phone that folds in half? That's weird. But I like it. Hey, zombie. Okay? I want you to... What's your cousin's name? And they're like, oh, my cousin's called Dewey or something. Okay? Dewey. Imagine Dewey was saying this audio. This practice, okay? Not you. Because if you hear as you cannot hear the mistakes. Your brain will override it like an Apple Vision Pro. An AR. Augmented reality. It's okay. Let's hear as Dewey. So they listen to it. And they're like, oh my God. Why does it sound so bad? Why are there so many micro pauses? Why am I talking so fast? I was like, dude, when you are not seeing this as your own infield, your ego, your delusions will not cover it for the 4 traits of low self-esteem. They're like, really? I said, it's like an Apple Vision Pro. They're like, how the fuck does it happen? I was like, okay, now let's go back to it. Now pretend this infield is you. They watch it again and it's, oh my God, all my mistakes disappeared. I said, exactly. And here's the bigger mindfuck. Let's pretend this is Dewey again. Okay? They listen to it. Oh, all the mistakes came back. What happened? Now I say to them, listen, you're like fucking batshit insane. You're like Charles Manson. You're delusional. Congratulations. I didn't know that. I say, everybody has seen it the same way I have seen it, and all the women have seen it the same way you heard it as Dewey. They're like, what the fuck? I say, yes, that's the truth. That's what you've been hearing all this time. You've been hearing a delusion. That's why you're stuck. This is why you get flakes. This is why you couldn't even go on an Insta date. Because you're delusional. You can't calibrate. You don't know what she's feeling. You can't see social cues. And they're like, oh my God, really? Yeah. Because they're zombie-ish. Because they're ADHD. The more ADHD they are, the more they mass approach. That's the thing. Now you're starting to get it. Because the West is going to turn into Japan with the lower birth rates. Also, people will be stuck with this VR shit. Eventually, people will not socialize. They'll get some fucking AI girlfriend. I should tell you guys, do not get one of those AI girlfriends you find on the phone. Because once you meet your human needs there, you're just going to quit Daygame and just say, oh, I'm just going to be with this virtual girlfriend that you customize. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Because the Apple Vision Pro is a metaphor for the future. In the future, everyone's going to be connected to these things. They're going to get smaller. They're going to be like glasses or whatever. And also, they're going to be contact lenses in the future. Then they're going to be a neural link. You can see all this stuff in front of you. And you can type it with your mind. That's the future I'm predicting. It's going to get smaller and smaller. More people will be using it. This kind of stuff. And when that happens, game over. The whole world will be stuck. Just like the movie Ready Player One, when everyone's stuck in their VR, but now it's an AR, augmented reality. So, people will not socialize, and the human race is doomed. Because right now, if they're quitting that easily, it's like the more late testimonials I post, the more you think I'm crazy. Because whenever I post a student getting laid, the winner and loser effect, you'll feel like a fucking loser. Then you get more cortisol in your fucking system, flooding it. That makes sense? You get more cortisol in your system. Therefore, every time you see a late testimonial, you want to quit because you're beating yourself up. You don't beat yourself up. You don't take boot camps either. You go to Elite Focus first. You go through the 30-day challenge. And when you're ready, take Elite 30 if that's all you can afford. Or you get the Elite Bundle too. And I get you laid. Like all these other students. It's that simple. It's not rocket science. If it's working this well, then it's just like the 600-pound life. If there's a workout plan or there's an eating plan, and you're supposed to lose 50 pounds every month or follow this plan, but the students are not progressing that quickly, then they're eating too much junk food or they're procrastinating too fucking much. That's the thing. It's exactly parallel to those obese people that are like 1,000 pounds. Everyone has a different mental weight. Not to discriminate against fat fucks. So if you don't put Daygame first as your first priority, you'll be stuck. Because you always think, oh, I gotta focus on work. I gotta focus on university. But you'll quit Daygame eventually. Your university will always be there. Your job is always gonna be there, guys. How is focusing more on that when you cannot make more money? When you work a 9 to 5, you have a ceiling of what you can make, plus the inflation taking the money away. So why were you focusing more on that? Because all the students that got laid, they put Daygame number 1. They kept getting laid because it's the first priority. But when the other students, after they get fucking 4 lays in a row, 2, 3, they no longer put it first, they put it last. Now they got focused on their job. They can finally focus after 4 lays. They lie to you when they say, oh, you get laid once and then you can focus on your job. No. It took 4 lays for the Italian to focus on his job. It took the Chinese student who got married recently, with 15 lays, 5 white girls, 5 models, 2 actresses. He married one of the actresses. It took him 15 lays in order to focus on work and to get married. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. And they have to be high quality too. It has to go up like my students. You can't just UMP it with 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3. Ugly women, 3, 4, 3, 4. Fat, ugly women. That looks kind of mannish. Looks like a man. So, as I've designed this Elite Focus for Daygamer course for you, which is free, you can fix 99% of your focus problems with ADHD. And get the money in order so you have no excuses. Then you can focus on Daygame and for my courses. Once you get your food costs in order and budgeting in order and your high income skills in order, then you can focus and you will not quit Daygame. I mean, look at me. This morning, all I drank was Soylent. Some days I can just drink Soylent for 30 days in a row. I will not die. A meal replacement. It has all the vitamins and minerals. It's not some fucking Slim Fast drink. You can literally drink this for a 30-day challenge. You will not die. People have done it on YouTube. I'm not saying everyone needs to buy Soylent. Soy's not good for you because soy has estrogen, so that's why I have anti-estrogen pills too with it. Maybe you should try Huel, Huel. If this saves on your food costs, you take something like this in the morning, you won't feel hungry. And if you want to eat later on, just because you like the feeling of eating, the mouthfeel of food, the texture of it, then do it. But you will not be hungry. You want to mix some whey protein with Soylent or Huel? You're not even fucking hungry. Have omega-3 pill. You cover most of your dietary stuff. It's that easy. You supplement to the whey so you can push off your fast, eat around 6 p.m., whatever you want. Or maybe you're not hungry. I also made my own bread. You know that? A fucking loaf of bread is $6 fucking Canadian money now. $3 to $6. I make my own bread. I have a bread machine like many years ago. It still works perfectly. The bread is so tasty, less sugar, less preservatives, and with all-purpose flours, I can make my own Chinese noodles. Sure, Johnny Lee does not like Chinese food. I can make my own noodles, I can make other things too. I can make wraps, tortilla wraps, which I make tacos. Not Latino, but I make tacos all the fucking time. And burritos. I mix rice with that too. I also use ground beef from cans. I have tuna for very cheap. Albacore tuna. You can only eat it certain times per month because it has a lot of mercury, but it's fucking tasty as hell. I figure out how to reduce my food cost down to nothing. I'm teaching you guys here. In fact, I might update the video. I may add a new video to it for Elite Focus. What am I doing this year? And talk about Soylent. But if that's the case, I'm losing weight, I'm looking healthier, I lost 15 pounds, my looks are coming back a little bit more, then what the fuck is the problem? Like my 600-pound life TV show, they have a diet plan. I have a plan given to you for free. That solves all your money problems and budgeting problems so you can afford my courses. My worst students are almost like 1,000 pounds mentally, like that Hong Kong student. So speaking of zombies, they don't follow instructions. They make excuses and they blame everybody else. They're full of cortisol, stress hormone, which makes them skinny fat. All the severe ADHD guys has a double chin. They have no self-control. Yet I was nice enough to create a plan for you to solve all your problems with the Elite Focus. That's why you should sign up. Look in the description, sign up right now. I have to push this so you guys don't fucking quit. I create so many videos after creating the program, speeding everything up. It works for me and it'll work for you. I'm not ADHD, but I'm not saying I have perfect focus. So I don't have a diagnosis for ADHD. And so this is what you're going to do. It's going to teach you how to budget your money. It'll teach you how to make money. I'll teach you how to fix your food cost. I'll tell you to reduce your cortisol stress hormone. And I'll teach you how to manage your time. Learn all the life skills that you are missing due to your ADHD. And as the world's best Daygame coach, who has a great understanding of psychology, since I create the mental trauma cure, what I do is I took away this course last year and I secretly used it myself, but I took it away from all of you. When you look at all these new videos that I made from 6 months ago till now, I literally made them on the same day. I released them. The entire course was written in 1 day in terms of focus. 1 day. And I have used this course myself to put so much content out there until now. It'll work for you. So what I've done was I've created this one course that you can just sign up right now. And you don't even need to put your phone number into it. Your whole life is a mess and everything in your life is a failure. You're good at nothing because you're ADHD, which means that you have no self-esteem. Then you need this course. Maybe it's time to stop being a lazy cunt. And when we talk about this, after you sign up, I'm going to give you all the details how you can get started. I honestly don't know how much longer that I'm going to keep Elite Focus up here for free. I may start to charge money like at least $30 because it will go up. So take this course right away before I change my fucking mind. Because last time I did it by removing it. I really removed the course. I wasn't bullshitting you. I removed Elite Focus for day gamers. I was so angry at you, I removed it. I spite you. I spite you super hard. I did it on purpose because I just thought this many people signed up. But guess what? When I look at the address right now, more people have signed up for this course. I lost a lot of money just to be able to make this course for you guys. I've taken 2 months off to make this course for you guys for free. And I ask nothing in return except for you guys to use it. Just to use it so you have no excuses. You don't quit Daygame. Because last time, I removed it. You are such a zombie, you're burning your own brain out. Like that TV show, My 600-Pound Life. So if you click on the link below in my description, while it's still available right now, you can sign up for Elite Focus. And I can't tell you all the amazing results that I've gotten for students so far. And the ones, even with a bad economy and inflation, some starts to quit dating, but that's not for you. So stop acting low functioning. Because I was a Daygame coach, try to make people understand that if you don't meet your human needs for money, your food, your shelter, your temperature control, your bathroom, sex, you will lose your mind during the inflation. I really wanted to get all my audience laid if they are students, so I wouldn't have to deal with the poor fucking broke ass zombies that has low resilience. The people who are massive debt, who has no grit whatsoever. I wanted to be able to get everybody to sign up for Elite Focus for Daygamers to fix your ADHD problems, so I can get more late testimonials for Daygame. I don't even care if you don't take Elite Bundle 2. If you cannot afford it, it's okay with me. If all you can afford is to save some money for Elite 30 from Hard Case to Hero, so you can get laid, if that's the minimum, so you can have your life skills in order, you can have your social skills in order, if that is the minimum, I will be happy. It's not about the money. It's about the community. I must protect my flock. I must protect my herd. I must protect them in the community away from all these fucking scammers out there, these fraudsters like Mystery Method Systems that does not work with these tactics, or to get you into a boot camp where you use alcohol maxing and escalate a woman illegally in the bedroom. That is not game. That is evil. That is like the devil's work. The thing is that for the inflation, I wasn't able to get everyone to sign up for Elite Focus for Daygamers to fix the ADHD problems, let alone get more late testimonials for Daygame. I can still get it from the old students, but some of them already fucking lost their mind, like the My 600 Pound Life TV show. They already gone fat, mentally fat. I felt terrible because these people already lost their fucking minds. It's like a TV show, My 600 Pound Life. I felt even worse about the situation because while these people are not physically fat, they have gained a lot of mental weight. Like that one student from Hong Kong that kept making excuses every single fucking time. Even though he went on a date with a white girl who's pretty, his mindset was shit. So he's never done his homework for the mindset playlist. Other students have been practicing drills but not losing enough weight, mentally speaking, or gaining progress. Imagine there's a eating plan, just like My 600 Pound Life, except there's a Daygame plan. I have the exact science broken down, exactly what you need to do to get that lay, to become that testimonial so many students. However, for the students, they become lazy. And you start to gain some mental weight because the results are so good. For some of the students, they stop practicing. I felt like I was dealing with a bunch of people that are struggling with the Maslow chart of human needs for the basic human needs that is not being met. And when we talk about the Maslow chart of human needs, we are talking about this exact chart over here. This chart over here on the internet talks about your needs, your physiological needs, like your breathing, your food, your water, your sex, your sleep, your homeostasis, excretion. But then you have your safety needs, which you guys are not there, which means your security of body, of employment, of resources, of morality, which you don't have anymore with this woke world, or a family, of health, of property. You don't have that. Then you have love and belonging, which is higher. Friendship, family, sexual intimacy, not just sex. Then you have your esteem needs, self-esteem, confidence, which you don't have. That's the problem, because you cannot meet your bottom needs. Your achievements, your respect of others, your respect by others. I have that. You don't have that. And lastly, on the very top of the pyramid is the self-actualization. That's when you have to be all you can be. Morality, creativity, spontaneity, problem solving, a lack of prejudice, acceptance of facts. You're not there yet. These are all human needs. You need to work your way up. You're not even on the bottom of the needs. Despite what white dating coaches say, like, oh yeah, back then they had no money. Yeah, but you still had an apartment. You say if they're living with their parents, whatever. You're still tall and white. There was no fucking inflation back then, or a recession, or a pandemic. So shut the fuck up. You're doing night game. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit. So that's the basic human needs not being met. And since they're going through the winter, they're going through the winner and loser effect. The winner is getting more testosterone for winning every time they win. And the losers get rewarded with more cortisol stress hormone. So they start to gain weight and a double chin. They become unfocused and depressed. You can tell which students are ADHD. They're either super rail thin, skinny, unable to gain muscles, or they're super fat for a triple chin. Because the cortisol will tell you that's a scorecard is their fucking neck. The problem is that people out there are quitting day game now because it is turning into Japan. With low birth rates and high inflation, the same thing that happens over there is happening over here. That means less students, means less late testimonials, even though I have the most in the world for day game. 617 to be exact, which meant that people were not even recognizing this problem. And I created a course called Elite Focus for Day Gamers that solves all of these problems for you. And the Maslow chart of human needs, which decreased the amount of students. Because I recently posted these day game late testimonials, these miracles, many in a row. And people were looking at me like I'm crazy or something. But in reality, I think you're crazy and you're delusional. And as I call you many times that you don't like the scum of the earth for being a cheap fuck. And by chance, something amazing happened. That's when I created Elite Focus for Day Gamers last year. And I'm releasing it again out of the kindness of my own heart. This year, right now, you can find it in the link. Don't procrastinate on this. This is what got you stuck in the first place. Then you can budget your money because the people that use the technology all got out of debt. I had many people clear over $20,000 worth of debt just by the technologies and Elite Focus alone. It was crystal clear to me how to fix your ADHD, fix your debt, fix your high food cost, fix your high income skills, because I saw that if they can focus and go through the entire course and implement, they will solve all of their money problems and be able to focus on day game again without getting depressed. Because if you don't focus on this, you're just gonna lose your fucking mind. You're gonna have the winner-loser effect. The 4 traits of low self-esteem, the Maslow chart of human needs, and the 7 stages of grief. I also learned that these things are not fixed. That means it's not just, you can't change it, it's not fixed. You can adapt, because zombies will say, that's just the way it is. That's what they say. I'm in debt. Emergency fund, that's just the way it is. That's just the way, this is what they look like. That's just the way it is. And they're skinny fat. It's just the way it is. But in reality, they can lower their food costs. They can learn how to budget their money so they don't have to deal with emergencies that keep fucking happening. The car keeps breaking down. This keeps breaking down. This breaks down. Every fucking thing keeps breaking down for them. You wouldn't believe how many emergency for the students that are in massive debt. Always a new emergency. How is your car breaking down? Because your car is cheap. Oh, but you want to drive for people on DoorDash. But your car is broken again. Oh, you're finally making money after 4 fucking months of delays. You haven't gotten started. Because their fucking minds are bench holding. They have imploded. Their minds have imploded. You don't have to deal with emergencies. Because there's a way to budget your money. It's very simple. 20% should be your emergency bucket, which you'll learn in this course. 20% should be self-education, so you can learn higher income skills to bring more money in. 20% should be investments, because the bank cannot stop calling me about TSFA, tax-free savings account. Maybe that's why I should invest in it. I don't know. I'm not an investor, but I should put some money there. You split up again, you pay the bills. 20%. Not 100%, and whatever is left over, you got to invest in yourself first. Lastly, play money. Things that you like. If you don't have play money, you have no fucking rewards. That means you don't want to work harder. If you achieve certain milestones, buy yourself something nice, right? Buy yourself something nice that you really like. For me, it's just something I really like a lot. It's been my dream watch for a long fucking time. You know that? It's beautiful. I always wanted this watch. Now I have it. All right, that's what it says on it, Richard Mille. So they don't have to deal with emergencies that keep happening, draining you from your money, like a broken car. That's what happens among the poor students. You need to sign up for Elite Focus for day gamers instead. As a result, I created this course last year, but I'm bringing it back this year. In the past, I took it away because I was angry how few people signed up, completely being dumbasses or zombies. After that, I started getting some people to sign up for Elite Bundle 2 because of that course. And those people got laid. The Chinese student who got laid in one approach in the United States was one of those people. Suddenly, I was getting a few students from it dealing with their money problems. He still could not afford it, so he did a financing plan. That's when I realized the secret to make people understand that is, if you don't meet your human needs for money, your food, your shelter, your temperature control, your bathroom, your sex, you will lose your mind during this inflation, which is affecting your ability to date, because it's affecting their Maslow chart of human needs, their physiological needs. It's also making them go through 7 stages of grief. My plan was to start promoting Elite Focus because people cannot focus at all. They're not even looking at the same day late webinar right now, believe it or not. They're so fucking poor right now. And there's such quitters, they're not even looking at that. So I started making a YouTube live, which is this thing right now, about this topic, so I can address people's questions here. But I didn't stop there. I put this back up on my website, I put back on my YouTube, and I put it back on, which I'm going to put back on my Facebook for Elite Focus. 5 people quit Daygame when I asked them to vote. 100% of the people. Why are they not training with me? This is due to the winner and loser effect. When they have lost so much and they see my students winning, they actually want to quit faster, beating themselves up because of the cortisol stress hormone. This is not uncommon because on one side, I have students that keeps getting laid. On the other side, I have students that don't have a growth mindset and keeps beating themselves up. I ended up so frustrated that I decided to call these people out to not quit and to try again. That's why I'm here. Even though I rather focus on the 10 fuck buddy video of the student and 2 model girlfriends and a 5-star. But the solution is the Elite Focus for day gamers. It's a free course. That's why I call it Elite Focus for day gamers. It's for day gamers. It's specifically designed for the zombies. Now, I don't want to make you feel stupid or dumb, but you need this. You're getting mentally fat like My 600-Pound Life. That TV show. That's why I create something like this, to make you aware of your money problems that's affecting your state of mind, making you quit Daygame. And I'll be very happy if you sign up right now. Look at the description for Elite Focus. Sign up and fix all these problems. Go as hard as you can at it. As you practice with this product, then you should sign up, because I was going to charge money for it. Those who invest will emotionally invest. Because it's free, you will not emotionally invest, you'll take it for granted. But you should treat it like a $50 course. I create Elite Focus for day gamers. I can fix all your financial problems instead of only focusing on those who has money, who can afford to finance their training. These are the same advice I give my students who got over 20K of debt cleared. And I can start to let other enlightened day gamers who use Elite Focus for day gamers use the course. As a result of all this, I've achieved the following. I create a system to deal with all your financial problems that works if you apply it. After creating Elite Focus for day gamers, I was not only able to get a few more students laid at that time before I got rid of the course. Even they have a huge financial problems, they still use the course to save enough money for my training, even if they had to finance it. I've been able to stop getting angry at the zombies for quitting now because I've given them a solution. So if I've given you a solution here, like Moses saying, here's the 10 commandments, I will promise bring you to the promised land, a land of milk and honey. But if you do not take elite focus and you quit, you deserve to fail. You deserve to fail for everything you have. You deserve to be in the hell that you have built for yourself. I want to take away all your excuses. And if you don't follow the plan, you deserve to fail, like the fat person that keeps gaining weight from the TV show My 600-Pound Life, making excuses and quitting life and getting fat, mentally fat, like My 600-Pound Life TV show type of students that are complete zombies. Because now I can stop getting angry at you guys for quitting, because it is in your hands now. Until they show some initiative and take elite focus for free, I'm not going to be able to help them. Then I can sleep well at night, because knowing I've given them the solution. In the end, all of this means I'm able to mentally rest well, because knowing that I've done everything I can. If you don't listen to this, then you're fucked. I can't save everyone. Just like Moses cannot save everyone. I can only focus on those who still has a fight left in them. Those of you who still have resilience. Those of you who are like Israel, who still want to fight to protect yourself and to survive. And those who want to lose their mental weight, like that 600-Pound Life TV show with this plan. Everybody else making slow progress like a zombie will not be approved for weight loss surgery, just like that TV show, My 600-Pound Life. But I'm looking for those who will not make excuses, who will take the initiative. And I cannot help those who does not help themselves. They'll be Darwin of evolutionary psychology. Just everyone sign up. Are you a day gamer struggling to focus, feeling like you want to quit day game? You don't need to suffer any longer. I, Johnny Elite, have the solutions that you are looking for. I personally got over 600 laid and poll testimonials for day game, and even for students with focus and money issues in 2024. I have re-released this course and took it away because I thought people were ungrateful last year. Sign up before I change my mind and take it away again. It's something that you need, but you didn't know that you need. Elite Focus for day gamers. Register for free. Number 1, you'll conquer your distractions and stay focused in day game, so you don't quit day game due to the economic stress. Number 2, you'll manage your time and money better, so it doesn't affect your inner game, so you can focus on day game to get laid better for my other programs. Number 3, you'll learn what high income skills are to boost your bank account, so the Maslow chart of human needs does not affect your mindset for day game. Number 4, you'll gain the tools to take on your distractions, so you can accomplish your goals, so you can refocus back on getting laid for day game. Number 5, overcome the physiological effects of economic stress. So the 7 stages of grief. So the 7 stages of grief does not affect you. Train yourself for number 5 to be a future superstar student, so you can get laid and become a future laid testimonial, since you won't have the time to learn all these skills from various books and courses like I did, saving you time. The number 1 biggest issue in 2024 was the ability to focus. Saying that they didn't have enough money to train with me. Living paycheck to paycheck, making excuses, procrastinating. Sounds familiar? Let me tell you a story about what happened. I predicted this high interest rates that would ruin people's minds last year, so I made this course thinking that they wouldn't be able to afford my coaching anymore. They went through the winner and loser effect. The more they win, the more testosterone they have, and the more they lose, the more cortisol stress hormone they had. So I took down this course because I thought you were ungrateful or unaware of how this is related, as you are facing more losses. You will go through the 4 traits of low self-esteem. Now, people are delusional more than ever with these 4 traits in 2024. They weren't even as functional as last year, as you look at me like I'm crazy by posting one lay testimonial after another due to your ADHD. I'm not calling you stupid, by the way, but this is a wake-up call, a kick in the ass. Because the 4 traits of low self-esteem, number 1 is delusions. Your brain scrambles everything that I teach you. And you hear a different reality. And it happens with women too. When you're daygaming, thinking she's into you when she is not, because you're being delusional. Number 2, you're half-assing it. You spam approach, doing everything halfway. You don't fully level up with the Elite 30. Lazy. Number 3, the wrong path, the sociopath. You start trying to be the expert, ignoring my advice and doing it your way. And only consider not accept my advice. Then it fails you every single 4 months, wasting so much time. Number 4, you quit. You burn out with PTSD, doing it your way, spam approaching, reinforcing bad habits. Like when people voted for why they're not daygaming or training with me, they all voted today that they all quit. That's not good. They were not aware that the economic stress will make them quit daygame. 63% of men are single who can't afford to date, and they gave up. If you can't focus, you are unable to learn my daygame system. Do not quit daygame if there is a solution here. When you look at the arrow science, you have to maneuver, sexualize, and objections looping. You have to raise your 20 out of 35. Your looks, money, and status with the whitewash fashion, which is the arrow feather, because it's V-shaped. You need a V-shaped body, and you also need a husband material fashion to make it fly. But you also need social skills, social calibrations, and emotional control for the length of the arrow. Then you can aim the arrow into the target and penetrate and get that lay for daygame. However, if you cannot focus because of the Maslow chart of human needs, the physiological needs on the bottom, you're not going to hit the target. You're going to go through the 7 stages of grief, which is shock, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, testing, acceptance. But you will never get to acceptance. You'll be right at depression. The Maslow chart of human needs suggests if you don't have your physiological needs met, you will not be able to focus. So when we look at the bottom of this chart, it says physiological, breathing, food, water, sex, sleep, homeostasis, and excretion. These are the basic human needs that are not being met. Right now, you might be in a denial stage and stuck on the depression stage, unable to focus on daygame. Like I said, shock, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, testing, acceptance. Number 1, the arrowhead is the maneuver, sexualized objections dealing for a game tactics. This alone will not get you laid, as it won't penetrate. This metaphorically speaking, of course, for getting laid for daygame. The arrow body is a social skill, social calibrations, emotional control. The body of the arrow would have got you laid by itself in 2022, but not 2023 or 2024 without the arrow science. The arrow feather is your whitewash fashion, your V-shaped body for muscles. Every bit helps the arrow to penetrate. The inner game for the Maslow chart of human needs in the 7 stages of grief is your inner game and how you aim your arrow. So if you don't have your money in order, you can't aim because you're depressed. So you see, this is actually 100% related to daygame. The West is turning into the next Japan with economic stress. Here's a sneak peek of the Elite Focus playlist. If you want to see what the course has to offer, go check out the free samples in the video sales letter above. You'll find 3 video samples there. But here are the courses. Here are the content. There's a lot of content. Some of my students who has problems focusing still conquer daygame with my Elite Focus technology. I got so excited after seeing so much student results that this course was taught in my secret inner circle. But I thought, hey, if it's so important, and it was the biggest objection, which is the inflation. People were struggling, living paycheck to paycheck, and wanted to train with me. I decided to share it with the entire world instead of keeping it exclusive. Don't dismiss it. It works. I took it away for 6 months because I had a change of heart right now. So enroll in the course so you don't quit daygame in 2024 and beyond. Here are some of my students' ladies. And there's quite a lot, and the women are all very attractive. Not like other dating coaches where they're bang busted trash. So here's what you learn inside this course. The first one is 60% of men are single. unveiling the shocking impact of the 2023 and 2024 inflation on dating. Learn why social skills is so important. And that means you will not end up like them if you can afford to train with me one day. Cracking the code, unleashing the power of acceptance to conquer overwhelm in the face of severe ADHD and the 2023-2024 inflation. Learn how to turn off the feeling of being triggered by money problems so you won't get depressed for the 7 stages of grief. The next video will be talking about achieving financial freedom, embrace the power of high-income skills, scaling your side hustle and investments. Learn not to only focus on investments, where the severely unfocused ADHD students all do it because they're lazy. They tie 80% of their money into crypto, into Bitfuck, into drop shitting and startup groups. So you won't get into the 5-figure debt or 6-figure debt in a short amount of time because you're too unfocused to build a high-income skill. Stop wasting time and energy on your old self. Discover the secrets of your future self. That's another video. Stop living in the past, and that means you can focus on your future self that guides all of your decisions towards that person and become that person you always wanted to be. The next video, what is the 4 traits of low self-esteem? Stop being a clueless zombie. So you will stop being unaware, making bad decisions, half-assing life, choosing the worst path, which bleeds you massive amounts of money in a few short months. The next video is called How to Choose What Goals to Focus On based on your future self, your priorities, your life goals, your future goals, your dreams, which means you can avoid wasting time on the wrong things, making no progress. The right goals equal success and happiness. The next one, her next video is called Manifest Your Dream Dating Life, the 5 mindsets for severe ADHD daygamers. Steer your life forward, be more coachable and adaptable so you can be more skillful and believe in yourself again. Which means skill set without mindset will lead to upset. No matter what you do, it will fail without the 5 mindsets. The next video is called the ABCDE scheduling system. You learn to prioritize and execute daily tasks, which means not every task is important. Focusing on the priorities, you will not waste precious time during the inflation and soon-to-be recession, bleeding money to the point where you cannot afford to train with me anymore, making excuses, losing your ability to get that lay for Daygame, being a lay testimonial because your inner game isn't calibrated. How to pay off debt is the next video with severe ADHD. Conquer overwhelm and crush your goals. Learn my students how they pay off a 5-figure debt in the shortest time possible, which means it won't build on interest due to the high interest rates right now. At this particular time, which is 5%, which makes you pay more debt, more than you originally owed, putting you further into 5-figure debt. How to manage food costs, eating for only $3 a day with full nutrition, like I do with Soylent, and also supplements, and making my own food. Stop eating out nonstop or using DoorDash, wasting a ton of money for convenience, creating a massive cost of living debt. Since I developed this system, which I use every day, feeling full and experiencing no impact from the food price inflation, so it doesn't affect my mind. Which means you can afford my Elite 30 from Hard Case to Hero course this way without excuses by managing food costs. Overcome financial chaos with the game-changing 5-envelope concept that Gen Z uses. Split your money up for emergency money, high-income skills, investments, bills, and play money so you can never get into debt, focusing on too much of them or any one of them too much will be your biggest mistake. Either focus on play money, like you usually do, or all in investments, like Bitfuck. Rewrite your cultural upbringing, how listening to this secret audiobook 10 times can transform your life. Change your bad money habits your parents passed down to you in the first 7 years of life that you cannot filter out. Once it's corrected, you will save money and finally make more money, proven by my students. Conquer ADHD overwhelm, the ultimate guide for harnessing the dreaded mental blinking. That's right. Learn why your brain shuts down, making it hard for you to learn new things. as if you're having a power outage in your brain. So you can learn how to focus and learn which supplements will stop the dreaded mental blinking. Unlock the secret weapon, how hyper-focus can revolutionize your ADHD day game. Learn how to align your focus, making a top 10 list of values. So you can pick one that means that you'll be able to get back to that one thing that reminds you to stay focused, even if doing the task, you don't always enjoy it, but instead of avoiding it and ruining your life. 10x is easier than 2x concept. Stop focusing on things that give you a marginal improvement, but 10x improvement. So you will stop wasting time with ineffective strategies when you should have used much better strategies to make money. Conquer overwhelm. Unlock your full potential with the 3 Ds. Deal with the problem, you delegate the problem to someone else, or you delay it, which is your default, because all of you are delaying. That is not the only option. And that means you only have to make 3 decisions from now on, saving you time and get more things done, raising your self-esteem instead of procrastinating, lowering it. How to overcome overwhelm for severe ADHD, a secret agent's approach. Learn how to choose which task which recovers your mental resources so you can choose the right task strategically where you can get more things done. I create this whole course very quickly doing this. You will replenish your brain like a battery. You always choose the wrong task, so it depends on your energy. Also, next video, overcoming overwhelm, unmasking the animalistic day gamer concept. Learn why you say one thing and do the opposite. Losing all your self-esteem, gaslighting your brain, which means you're lowering your self-esteem more. If you say something but don't commit to it, it'll increase your downward spiral. Unlocking the secret weapon of how hyper-focus can revolutionize your day game. Learn to align your focus, making a top. I already said this one. Unlock your full potential. How this one puzzle game on your cell phone can help you overcome ADHD symptoms. Rebuild your neural pathways in the 21 days of playing this fun puzzle game, regrowing your neural pathways. So you can turn your severe lack of focus to moderate, which is able to accomplish your task. Boost your energy levels with these mind-blowing tips for severe ADHD. Stop being depressed and low energy, which means you can finally be productive, raising your self-esteem. And what is the 2023-2024 most common patterns of dysfunction for all the unteachable cases? Learn the 3 patterns to avoid this year that all the unfocused people fall into and have massive depth. And that means it is wisdom, knowing what not to do so you can stop crashing and burning and failing at everything that you do. Every single 4 months, 3 times a year after year failing. What is the Terminator grit or the John Wick tenacity? Metaphorical concept, of course. Have more resilience and tenacity. You will not quit until you get your task done, despite what you think and how you feel. The 4 Navy SEAL secrets reveal how to crush overwhelm and achieve mental strength. Learn how to set goals, visualize success, positive self-talk, and stress control, which means you can handle an unlimited amount of stress and you can move forward to get things done. So here are some frequently asked questions. Why did you create Elite Focus? Many people signing up for the same daily webinar were living paycheck to paycheck or in debt due to the inflation, and I wanted to create Elite Focus to help them overcome their excuses. With this course, you'll learn how to fix your focus, your goal setting, time management, and budgeting issues so you can use these skills and energy to achieve success with women. I made Elite Focus for you guys because I don't want you to quit Daygame due to the economic stress and drop out of dating when times become tough, just like this year. When people voted that they dropped out and quit. So how much does Elite Focus cost, you may ask? This course is 100% free. But the quality is just as high as a course that costs over $100. There is no catch. I just want you to take away every last one of your excuses from training with me. I also want to make sure people don't quit Daygame for the economic stress. But there is a cost. It cost me a month of my precious time because I wanted to get 6,000 late poll testimonials for Daygame. I'm up to 617 now and more in the future, 600 plus. If people quit Daygame due to the economic stress, then I can't reach that goal. since I want you to become one of the 6,000 in the future. People thought my goal of 600 LayPo testimonials was impossible. But I have already reached it. I want 10 times as much. It is a win situation for both of us. What if this course doesn't help me? With my proven techniques and split-tested strategies, I know how to help even the most unfocused and low SMV students that have success with Daygame. Not only did I study psychology and have countless test subjects, zombies, I have the most Daygame lay testimonials in the world, even in the time of the inflation. Not to mention 600 LayPo testimonials for Daygame. My elite focus methods have helped students to get out of 5-figure debt to scoring with women. As someone who knows how to break through and get you results you want in Daygame, you can trust that my course will help you reach your goals too. You might be asking, how do you sign up? Thank you for your interest in Elite Focus. To receive the course, please enter your name and email address into the box. Once you do that, the course will be sent to you instantly, so you can start learning right away and reach your personal focus and dating goals. Thanks again for your interest, and I look forward to your success. Maybe you'll be a lay testimonial one day. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. You're missing out because a lot of people already signed up and using that elite focus technology while you're left behind. And when I brought this course back right now, they're still signing up, but you're missing out. What are the list of benefits for signing up for this course? Oh, it goes on like crazy, just like last time. I already read all the benefits, all the pieces to it. If you have your finances in order and want to train with me, check out my same-day lay webinar. But first of all, check out Elite Focus. That's all I want to say. All right, cool. 2 people here. Thank you for being here. This is the end of the video. All right, take care. Later, guys.